Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Litany Tiara Nopianti as the second presenter. A good teaching does not happen by chance. Thoughtful planning is needed to create effective lesson and enhance learning. To make it real, we need a plan, and here's some purpose of lesson plan. First is structure the lesson. A lesson plan is a step-by-step guide that provides a structure for an essential learning. Before a lesson, it is essential to classify the learning outcomes for the class. It is important because it helps the teacher in maintaining a standard teaching pattern and does not let the class out of the topic. It's all about how will they demonstrate learning in every meeting. Second, organize its content or the material. A teacher has to time all the activities during the class hour in order to finish the lesson according to the plan. Everything, including explanation, examples, and activities, have to be timed in purpose to make them manage well and organized can be done by start teaching from the core, so that nobody is left behind and that every student is on the same page, and then the teacher moves ahead with the topic. It's all about what or tools, materials, and what we are going to teach. Third, determine methods of its delivery. As we know that in teaching language, there are three methods dominating in this period. The first is grammar translation method, the direct method, and audiolingual method. If the objective is focused on speaking and listening, we use direct method. If we want to focus on reading and writing, grammar and translation must be chosen. And if we want to focus on teaching fluency, we better use the audiolingual method. Next, assess students' learning. Lesson plan also guide teacher how learning will be measured by mid-test, final test, or daily test. Fifth, evaluate its application or effectiveness. A lesson plan helps the teacher to evaluate his teaching and to compare with set objectives. This evaluation will help you in achieving the set targets in a better way. The next topic is characteristic of a good lesson plan. The first, it should be written. Second, based on previous knowledge, the plan should not remain an isolated one. It should have its basis on the background of the class. It should grow up with what pupils already learned. Third, caters to the level of the student. The plan should be prepared for varied abilities of student. Next, uses motivational techniques like start the day with fun, share accomplishment, keep students achieve and engage, allow creativity of students, get out of the classroom, outdoor learning, allow creativity of students, get out of offer differentiate instruction, provide feedback promptly, frequently, and efficiently. Includes necessary materials. The materials in structure or the subject matter should be carefully selected and organized. Next is student-centered, flexible, complete, interesting, and activity-based. Has proportionate time allocation. For example, 5 minutes for discussion, 40 minutes for lecturing. Next, includes evaluation process. A good lesson plan must have a suitable plan for self-criticism. The teacher should put some question to him or herself about the effectiveness of the lesson or otherwise, and includes the essential elements of a lesson plan like objectives, timing, sequencing, differentiation, assessment, and materials. Now, what are the major elements in lesson plan? And here we are. The first is educational objectives. Educational objectives is statements that clearly describe what the learner will know or be able to do as the result of having attended an educational program or activity, or a specific behavior to achieve the goal. The type of educational objectives are cognitive, affective, and psychomotor. Second is content and appropriate teaching activities. The teacher decides to teaching activities which is related to achieve the objective. For example, improves the game, brainstorming, discussion, think, pair, and repair. Next, preparation of all the material. Teaching materials can refer to a number of teacher resources, worksheets, or manipulative tools, or learning tools or games that students can handle with them to gain and practice facility with new knowledge. Next, monitoring and assessing learning is same as evaluation. The instructor cannot successfully continue with the lesson if the student achieve the educational objectives. Now, what actually educational objectives? Educational objectives has some criteria. The first is good objectives specify the new skill that students will gain as the result of the lesson. Second, focus on students' behavior. It's not all about teachers' attainment. And the third, examples of good objective in English language teaching is student will understand the difference between simple present tense and simple continuous tense and use these tenses appropriately when they complete the worksheet accompanying this lesson. Thank you very much for your kindly attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.